Hey guys, it's the Jace Man here, and making this video because I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with DialCaller.com or not. There's a new service that came out, hit JV Zoo recently. It was in the JV launch. I'm actually looking at the JV launch page here, and I'll show you why in just a moment. But I wanted to cover this product, not to tell you to go buy it, not to tell you how great it is, but really to tell you to stay away from it. The reason I'm doing that is I actually bought it, and the reason I'm telling you to stay away from it actually has nothing at all to do with the product. The product was not going to work for me, so I asked for a refund. But the reason I'm saying to stay away from it is I'm not sure you guys want to do business with the types of people that I encountered. You know, I've been in internet marketing for nearly 2 decades now, and I have never had the pleasure, doing air quotes here because it wasn't pleasurable at all, to have an exchange of dialogue with a fellow internet marketer like I had when I asked for a refund from these people. So real quickly, if you look at their JV page, what DialCaller is, if you came here looking for it, you probably already know. Maybe you thought this was a review video or something. And again, the only thing I can say about the software is it wasn't going to work for my business. It didn't have certain features that I wanted, and I found a way that I could get them for a lot less. And I'm going to let you know where you can go to get that. This isn't like a marketing video or an affiliate video. I'm not going to get anything if you go the other place. I'm just going to let you know what you can do instead. So this doesn't benefit me whatsoever. I'm just making this as kind of like a buyer's beware with those of you who are considering DialCaller. So in any event, what's interesting is this thing, they set up their little JV page, and as you can see from here, stamped all over this JV page, they were supposed to go live January 8th, 2018 at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. You'll notice from looking at my clock here right now, it's January 19th at 7 p.m. Now I'm Central. So, scroll down here a little bit further, you will again see that it says, hey guys, we are going live January 8th at 7 a.m., right? Well, I want to specify this for a reason, okay? One of the things that the software doesn't do that the other plugin that I'm going to be using for WordPress does. Now, this isn't a WordPress plugin. This DialCaller actually has a cloud-based service. I suspect, based on what I saw on the dashboard, they're probably running themselves on a version of WordPress. But it's locked down. You can't really see the back end in terms of seeing what they're doing on that front, so I don't know. But it's a cloud software as a service system for you. The system I'm going to recommend that you use is self-hosted. You'll have to have your own WordPress blog to set it up. But there's nothing stopping you. Like, one of the things about it, you'll see the attitude I got in a minute. Like, you know, hey, this is a business and you're going to be running multiple people. There's nothing stopping you from using the other software to have multiple numbers for your customers. And if you wanted each one to have their own individual blog or back end, you could do that and lock the back end down so that the only plugin was for the PBX system, basically. So in any event, I'm not going to get into that, but what I will say is this. Once I realized that the software was going to have me needing, they're linked up with Twilio, which didn't surprise me. I expected that to be the case. And it talks about it throughout their page too, so I can't say anything bad about that there. They were upfront with that. But I naturally assumed that the way they'd be using Twilio's API would be that if I wanted to order numbers for my business or for my customers, I could actually do that from within the dashboard themselves. But no, that's not the case. You actually have to go over to Twilio, buy your numbers from them, and then bring them over to DialCaller service. The problem with that for me is that I didn't really see what DialCaller was doing for me that I couldn't do for myself. I have plenty of experience with Twilio. I could handle that myself. I thought it would be a big time saver if that could be in the dashboard. So in any event, that was a big enough nuisance for me because I don't want to have to send my customers to go over to Twilio to buy one. And every time one comes in, I don't want to have to go over there and rush to buy one either if I can't do it from the dashboard while I'm setting their account up. It doesn't seem very efficient. And I'm all about efficiency. So anyway, I'm like, yo, you know, I purchased this 100 reseller license with the 50 bonus reseller license. I'd like to request a refund. I can accomplish the same thing using a free WordPress plugin that I know about. I only ordered DialCaller because I thought your integration with Twilio would allow you to acquire numbers from your dashboard without having to manually fetch numbers from Twilio, thereby saving me some time. I can do everything that DialCaller does without it, and I would like a refund, please. Thank you. Exactly what I just said, right, guys? Okay, so no problem there. So I get a response back from Mr. Nick R. with staff there, and he says, Jace, this free plugin from GitHub will not have the features like we have, but I'll give you a refund. But did you get to see the new features that are being added? See it here. He sends me to a YouTube video, which I went and watched, and he's like, you might want to change your mind, but if you don't, I'll refund. Okay, so this response, there's nothing wrong with that, trying to save a sale. I did find it a little bit funny that he's telling me that the plugin's not going to have the features without me telling him which plugin I found, because I don't know how he can be assured of that. But in any event, I watched the video. The new features aren't what I need. So, I'm like, yeah, it definitely has all the features you have, and to be honest, more. Certainly, because I will say that it's missing some things, but they're features that, I don't need. But anyway, that's not here. So it says, certainly the features I want or need anyway. And it does, for me, the one thing I thought your software does that it does not, which again is allows me to add numbers from Twilio right inside WordPress without having to leave my blog. So process the refund, please. So again, I'm saying that with the software that I'm going to be using instead, I can add as many numbers from Twilio as I want, but I don't ever have to visit Twilio to go there and do it. I can do it all from one place. One-stop shopping is efficient. It's nice. It's convenient. I like that. So this douchebag decides to write me back, and this is what I get from Mr. Nick R. Staff again. I have processed the refund, but you should have given us a better excuse than I can buy a phone number inside by blog. You're talking as if you're going to buy one phone number a day for an entire 1 year. At least use some logic when making lies, LOL. At least have the decency to say, I regret buying this because I couldn't afford it. I will take that as being more respectful than nonsense excuses like, oh, I thought it had SMS and fax, LOL. So my response to this and reading this was, what a douchebag. First of all, I don't owe him an excuse, and I let him know that. On their page over here on the JV thing, they tell you, hey, you know what we do? Look over here. Full 30-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. So, obviously, they think they have the right to ask questions, but not only ask questions, they also think they have the right to ridicule you and accuse you of being a liar and all that fantastic stuff. Isn't that fantastic? So I figured, I'm within my 30 days. Your software's not going to work for me. Let me go ahead and get my money back so that I can use the money for what I actually want, which is going to be an upgrade of the free plugin that I'm going to suggest that you guys go ahead and get. So in any event, what's interesting here, other than being called a liar and being told that most of the stuff here doesn't even make any sense. Like, you're talking as if you're going to buy one phone number a day for an entire 1 year. I don't even know what the heck that means, really. It doesn't matter if I'm buying one phone number a day, or one phone number a week, or one phone number a month, or one phone number a year, or 20 phone numbers a day, or 100 phone numbers a day. If I don't have to go to multiple places to do it, if I can log into one place, get my number, set my number up, set my inbox up. If I can do all that from the same place, doesn't that seem like a better system? Seems way more convenient. So anyway, I don't even know what this means. Doesn't make any sense. But then he says that usually some logic when making lies. Again, I'm not sure what lies he's talking about. And then he talks about regret buying this because I couldn't afford it. I'm glad to know that Mr. Nick R. has insights into my financial status. That's awesome, bro. And he'll take that as being more respectful than nonsense excuses like, oh, I thought it had SMS and fax. Do you guys recall where I said anything about SMS or fax? No, I think I said, yo, it doesn't do some things that I want it to do, and I can't get a number from inside the back of the block or inside the back of the software like I want, which he knew from right here. So I'm not exactly sure what this was, but I don't really appreciate being called a liar. And when he's assuming that I have no experience or expertise, I'm assuming that's what this whole financial thing is about. I regret buying it because I couldn't afford it. I was just thinking that if I'm going to be a pompous, arrogant jackass, that what I might want to do before being a jackass and telling other people or assuming that other people don't know how to run a business or can't do anything online would be if I say I'm going to launch on January 8th Remember me talking about this, guys? And then saying that at 7 a.m. January 8th I'm going to launch. It'd be probably a good idea if I thought about maybe making it within 11 days later, that if you went to my website, I'd actually have a functional website. Because here we are, as you can see again, we're at the JV launch page, DialCaller.com JV. Watch what happens when I go to DialCaller.com. Get rid of the little JV, enter, look, no page. They don't have a website set up. 11 days after the fact. You try to visit the index, and you'll get this. There you can see the CGI bin. You can see their swipes, which if you want them, fantastic, guys. I can go ahead and send you the swipes from their email if you want them. I don't know why you'd want them, because I don't know why you'd want to promote their product. And then you can see their little JV folder here. So we're talking about nearly 2 weeks after they're supposed to have been launched. They don't have a website set up, and this douchebag is going to be talking to me as though the reason I'm asking for a refund is because I can't afford his piece of crap software. So again, I'm telling you to stay away from it, not because of any other reason than the service I got. What I would recommend for those of you who are looking at DialCaller, I say, hey, go out to the WordPress repository. Completely free, $0 and 0 cents. Go ahead and install WordPress VBX phone system, the light version. For most of you, the free version will be fine if you're going to use it strictly for yourself. If you want to get into using it for your customers and things of that nature, you might want to go ahead and upgrade to their Pro plugin. You can find that on Mr. Robert Lester's page. From right here, you can click on the link, but you can see right there, it's robertlesterjr.com. Right-click and open a new tab. You will have to log in to see the pricing and things of that nature. But basically, what happens is you can go ahead, I click on the WordPress VBX here. You can go ahead and buy Rob's plugin for $39.99. And it's going to have all the light features, which gives you the ability to dial from within your blog, a voicemail system, multiple greetings if you want them, SMS static replies, menus. It's going to have all that. Plus, you can actually get an SMS inbox. You can do call transfers. You can do call conferences. You can have timed attendance. You can do a hold queue. You can have flows, so you can decide, hey, if the call is going to go to person A first and person A is not available, you can do person B and so on and so forth. Call and voicemail. So by default, the system's only going to deliver a voicemail to your email. But if you want with the Pro, you can actually go ahead and dial in your system phone number that you get from Twilio and check your voicemail that way. Multiple languages if you want and all that fantastic stuff. Pretty darn good deal for $39.99. And so my advice is stay away from DialCaller unless you would like for their staff to, tell you what a liar you are and basically what a loser you are, and let you know that you certainly should have given them a better excuse than. My advice to them is, if you're not happy with people processing refunds or asking for refunds, don't offer one. That'd been the simple way there to get out of it. If you didn't want to give me a refund, don't say you offer one. And don't say no questions asked. If you actually plan on asking questions, and if you actually plan on demanding a kind of answer that meets with your approval. I'm an internet marketer. I offer money back refunds on some of my products, not all of them, but on some of them. And when I do, and someone asks for a refund, you can rest assured the Jace man does not respond like this. Real classy, guys. Real classy.